Hey guys, and welcome to what I think is going to be the last episode of Life is Strange. At the end of the previous episode, we were presented with a decision whether or not to sacrifice Chloe and potentially save Arcadia Bay from the oncoming storm, which was her choice, or it's her request to go back and save everything and make sure people die the way they're meant to, not because of her. Or we have the option of keeping things the way they are and saving Chloe at the cost of Arcadia Bay. And it's been a difficult decision, it really has. I've asked a lot of people about it, and it's pretty much 50-50. I can see, or other people can see positives for both of them. I definitely can see positives for both of them, and I think this one was one I was leaning more towards. It seems like the logical thing.
Max, it's time. Chloe, I'm so sorry. I don't want to do this. I know, Max, but we have to. We have to save everybody, okay? And you'll make those fuckers pay for what they did to Rachel. Being together this week, it was the best farewell gift I could have hoped for. You're my hero, Max. Oh, Chloe, I'm gonna miss you so much. I'll always love you. Now get out of here, please. Do it before I freak. And Max Caulfield, don't you forget about me. Never.
Oh man, it definitely is difficult. It was much easier to do it in the other reality where she had a terminal illness, effectively. This one, it's going to be permanent, and this one, she could have a life of happiness. But, albeit regret, I mean, if she did live at the cost of Arcadia Bay, would she really be able to enjoy her life? It's very doubtful. And the thing is, how exactly are we going to intervene and change things? I forgot to check my texts in the thing. I really wish I did, just to see if there was anything there. But yeah, let's focus on the present. Nathan and Chloe are going to have their confrontation, but how are we going to intervene without either of them getting killed? Also, in fact, this is...
Don't stress, you're okay, bro. Just count to 3.
This is just one instance, so we won't get to see what happens
You
directly
own this
after.
school. If I wanted, I could blow it up. You're the boss. So what do you want?
I hope you check the perimeter, as my step-ass would say. Now, let's talk business.
I got nothing for you.
Wrong. You got hella cash.
You don't know who the fuck I am.
Oh wait, no,
or
of
who you're
course, we're not
messing
going
around
to
with.
intervene, we're just going to let it happen, aren't we?
Where'd you get that?
So we're going to have to sit there and...
What are you doing? Come on, put that thing down!
Don't ever tell me what to do. I'm so sick of people trying to control me.
You are going to get in hella more trouble for this than drugs.
Nobody would ever even miss your punk ass, would they?
Get that gun away from me, psycho!
Oh, that is so difficult. Like, well, no, it must be 100%. Just having to sit there and not do anything about it. And we need to think about what kind of repercussions this is going to have for Nathan too. Because he won't be able to live a normal life. There's no way he's not going down for this, even though he's in the Prescott family. And he's not a murderer, he's not a bad... Well, he is a bad person, but only because there's been nobody there to support him. He's been exploited by people like Mark and his family, and the reputation he has. It's brought out this horrible illness he has that he's been suffering from. So yeah, god, shit. I really do want to know what would happen if you went for saving Chloe instead of Arcadia Bay. Like, how would it even stop the storm? But these will be important photos. Once David managed to find Chloe, which must have been horrible for him, and he arrested Nathan. Warren, meanwhile, oh no, Nathan is being prosecuted. It looks so he's going down without a problem. Chloe is... oh no, Mark managed to get arrested too, which I'm assuming Max also sorted out. And Max was there for Joyce and David to make sure they were supported. That's good to know at least. Then Max was pretty much on her own. She's lost her best friend. And that is Joyce giving Max Chloe's things by the looks of it. Oh, this is horrible. And Max continued her passion for photography. I'm glad she didn't drop it, because I wouldn't be surprised after everything that happened. And she's checking out the lighthouse. So now we're back in the present after Chloe's been sacrificed. And we're going to be able to check out how things are. There's no storm, because this will be the time when the storm struck, because we've now gone back to the present when we went back, if that makes sense. So I guess it's confirmed that the storm was 100% because of Chloe. Which I suppose presents questions in itself, such as why? Why was she kind of destined to die? It's not like it was fate or destiny, because it was at the hands of Nathan Prescott, who isn't any kind of, like, it wasn't some kind of prophecy, it was just, it was kind of, not self-defense, it was an act of, what's the opposite of meditated murder, premeditated murder? Kind of impulse? An act of aggression? I'm not sure what the technical term would be. I really hope there's going to be like a segment after this, and that wasn't the last decision and the last thing. But part of me thinks it's just going to go through people and what they're doing. Honestly, if it does end like this, even if it shows people's outcomes and what they ended up doing, I'm going to be pretty disappointed. When I say pretty disappointed, I mean very. Like, it's one of those things where you've had to make so many decisions throughout it, and a lot of your decisions have had impacts, but if at the end it comes down to two options where there's two set outcomes, where it's binary, then your choices are meaningless. It's that whole illusion of choice that's presented in a lot of Telltale games, which is why I criticise them. I mean, the music's been great, and the story has been interesting, and a lot of the characters have been very strong, albeit some of them weak, such as Joyce. But there's been development, a lot of them have had authenticity to their actions. No, I feel, I'm actually feeling as though, well yeah, I'm feeling regret. Because if I do think about it, this was one of the comments as well, the entire time, throughout this entire week, it's been a matter of fighting, or kind of proving that that destiny isn't set in stone and that you can fight it. And then at the end of the day, we just gave into it, succumbed to it. We didn't try to challenge it. Well, we tried to challenge it all week and with so many problems, but at the end we gave in, which means all the fighting was just useless and pointless and not worthwhile. It wasn't worth all the suffering, all the problems. But what would have happened otherwise? It's so hard to say in hindsight which choice would have been better. And of course the butterfly, symbolic of Chloe, so her spirit is still there, watching over people. I'm really curious to see what happens with Maxine as well, and whether or not she retains the powers she has. But please don't it's credit rolling. Oh boy, I'm not happy about that. I'm really not happy about that. Like, you can see it in the statistics. That is just I was hoping for a bigger divide, but at the end of the day, it's just one or the other, and a lot of people have realised that, which is why there's only a 8% discrepancy within the decision making. There was no right and wrong. It was, okay, yeah, this is kind of good, this is kind of bad. David got a scar during the fight. Oh, so we could have prevented that. That's good to know. David didn't kill Jefferson, so most of the people told him the truth, lied to him, rather. Which, yeah, in fact, I regret that decision even, because I told him she'd be okay, I think. Well, that could have been Joyce, and she wasn't. At the end of the day, we didn't save her. Save the trucker. Okay, so we could have saved the trucker somehow, and I didn't. Did save that Evan, which majority did. Oh, Alyssa, we completely missed her. I knew there would have been a way to, like, something there, but I missed it. I'm really annoyed about that. The fisherman, we did, which the majority did. Damn it. I thought I was creative with how I did that, but I didn't change Joyce's mind about David. Huh. I didn't realise she was having doubts. And I don't know what I could have said differently, but that's annoying as well. You told the truth about Rachel to Frank, the majority did. Have I done majority vote on everything? Apart from that one, which was a mistake, and that one, which was a mistake. And then, of course, majority guessed Warren. Only 6% didn't do that, and then 26% hugged him. Alright, 100%. I'm disappointed. I really, really am. And there is nothing afterwards. Like, I'm pissed off, and I think it's fairly obvious what I'm going to do now. I have to do this. Right, so we're going to see if the other one is any better, which, from what I've heard in the comments, isn't the case at all. But it might be better than that one. I might prefer it. We'll see. See how it goes.
Max, it's time. Not anymore.
I'm still fairly confident my first decision was the best. Like, Chloe won't be able to live her life.
I'll always be with you. Forever.
And how are they gonna... I suppose people won't die, it's just the town that's gonna get destroyed, because people will be able to escape on time, and then the storm will just do its thing and dissipate. I hope people don't mind me going back and changing the decision as well. Like, I'm only doing this to see what the alternative is like, and I'm sure people would have wanted to see it. I know it is kind of unethical, I want to say, because it's like you make a decision and then you go back and make another, but in a way that's what the entire experience of Life is Strange has been about. I just really hope it's not like this and then credit roll. If so, that would be kind of sucky. I would be curious though to see what would you have done with the ending of Life is Strange, because it's very easy to say something's bad or that was like they should have done it differently, but how they should have done it differently is the big question, and it's not really one I can answer. I suppose, like, you need to have that good ending and that bad ending, those binary options, but it's always nice having a hidden option C, like a true ending, I guess, where maybe if you make all of the right decisions, then there is a way to get the ideal outcome, where Arcadia Bay's fine, where Chloe lives, and I've just realised, didn't they at one point mention a sequel? Because there was no closure with Max's powers. And that's, I guess, what I was hoping for most. I was hoping for an explanation. Because the entire things like the storm and the balance of nature and the people dying and the cruel twists of fate, those are all, well, yeah, they're explained to an extent, but the time travel isn't. Like, why would she be given a power only to have to not use it? I suppose it could be seen as a test of faith of sorts, where she's had to... Oh yeah, she has to be given power and then she has to surrender it. But then that boils down to religious meanings, and just whilst there's been the addition of Kate, if anything that disproves the fact it's religious, because she's like the token religious character and she provides a new perspective on it. But I don't think that's the overarching meaning. Yeah, I believe this is just it. They drive away together and happy, but nah, I prefer that one to saving her. They're so blunt and just short, but welcome to Life is Strange Season 1. Wait a second, Season 1? And Season Pass means you get all the episodes. Does that mean there's going to be another season? If so, then I take back a lot of what I've said. I don't think there is, but that'd be great. Anyway, let me know what you thought, and yeah, I'm disappointed. I want to see if you guys are. If, like, you can give me a new perspective on it and make me like it, that would be great, so I'd appreciate if you guys could do that. But yeah, until then, this is me, Evans with Z111, and this is me out. Peace.